How are we doing, everybody? This is episode 12 of the G&T show. Obviously, you know yourself, Glenn, Tony. We're here live and in action in County Longford, and we have our guest here, Jack, with us today. How are you doing?
Not too bad, lads. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Jack here is Republic of Ireland's strongest man. Very big achievement, and we kind of just want to elaborate on Republic of Ireland's strongest man. So if you could just tell the viewers just the emphasis of where you are, where your title comes from, and the difference between Ireland's strongest man and Republic's strongest man.
So obviously enough, there's two titles: Republic of Ireland's strongest man, Ireland's strongest man. Well, there's actually three. There's Ulster's strongest man as well. So typically at the qualifiers for Ireland's strongest man, you'll have an overall winner of that. You'll have a Republic of Ireland's strongest man. Then you'll have an Ulster strongest man title. So everybody from the three provinces, Munster, Leinster, Connacht, are battling for the Republic of Ireland's strongest man title, and then the lads from Ulster or the North are battling for the Ulster strongest man title, and then there's the overall winner. So it's basically that's how you get that title, and then you go on to the final, which is Ireland's strongest man.
Yeah.
So that's where it'll be the overall winner, the whole lot, kind of like the Leinster maybe and the All Ireland, you know. So it's kind of one way of breaking it down.
Powell Dwyer's that, isn't he?
Powell Dwyer is the Ireland's strongest man. So
animal of a man.
Yeah. Stop. He was on form that day, big time.
Was he?
There
Where'd
was
you
no
place
fucking
that?
beating him. I placed joint fourth. I think it was fifth on countback or something like that. Had a mare on the first event. Fucking finished. I ended up placing 14th or something. 14th, yeah, and battled back to fifth. So. Or joint fourth, so it's not too bad.
You will know as we go. You can put things into perspective how big of even achievement that is. From how long you're at the sport and stuff like that. But we got in touch with Jack, and Jack, you got back very quick, to be fair, and you were really, I didn't think you were going to be like straight up, yeah lads, let's do it. You were sending voice message, we were straight in, and that took us back as well, and we really appreciate you being honest.
No problem at all, lads.
And we seen with Jack, we'll tag him in it, do check out his Instagram, and you'll see the gym that he has set up. We went there this morning before we got here to film, and what a setup that is, you can see.
It's not too bad now. It's compact. I'm making good use of the space that I have, but everything I need to train for strongman is there. And any other sort of gym-based accessories and stuff, I can come into town here to use the gym, so.
Yeah, the people who watch this, whoever done the class, I know we have the sandbag. That's 40 kg. What's your lightest sandbag you have in the gym?
My lightest sandbag is 45 kilos.
There you go.
That just sums up in a
That puts
nutshell.
Sandy to bits, yeah.
And the same thing we're always going to go back to is we always get people from different backgrounds, different sports who aren't recognised in their fields. And in this case, Jack as well makes the requirements in the aspect of you do a lot, as in you achieved a lot, and you don't get the recognition that you deserve. So we are more than happy to travel down here and have a conversation with you.
As people know, we're not making money from doing this weekend.
No, absolutely
For
not.
us, it's about experience of the podcast at the moment.
Oh, definitely.
This is much better. I'd rather whatever it costs, fuel, tolls, whatever, just even down and meet Ireland.
That's it. Yeah, get out and fucking meet different people in different aspects of life and what they're doing, So it's great to kind of showcase that as well and get the opportunity for that. So I have to thank you lads for that.
Even the gym was a big eye opener. I was like a kid at Christmas. I walked in the gym.
You didn't want to get over it.
No, I didn't want to go on, so I let Glenn film for the whole day.
Pick me up on the way home.
It's stuff like that you don't realise.
No, that's it.
The work that has to go in.
That's it, and the other thing too is there's not fucking too many gyms in Ireland that have strongman equipment,
No, even the stones we're familiar with.
Yeah, that's it, fucking, I've 100 kilos all the way up as far as 200 kilos. Fucking, there's only a handful of gyms in the country that has shit like that, so.
Absolutely. And this is kind of what we want to get into, so, where did it all start? So tell us,
he's a big motherfucker.
That's
doesn't do him justice. It doesn't do him justice.
So you want to just get into how this all started, how you got started in the gym, what made you join the gym, and what made you get into strongman?
Were you always this big, or what was the story growing up?
I was always a little bit bigger than most people in my class and stuff. I suppose when into secondary school, I wasn't as big as I was compared to in primary school.
Yeah,
as a smaller, been at the summer of first year in secondary school, I grew 5 or 6 inches over summer. I was 6'2" or something at that stage.
Hung like a horse.
Absolutely. But no, I'm 6'4" now. I'm 150 kilos. I suppose like I always kind of had a love for weight training and strength, you know. And I was like, I suppose every young lad was mad to kind of get into what society's normal of in shape is, you know, you know, fucking abs and the whole lot. And like, I suppose I was 108 kilos and I was fairly fucking ripped, like, you know, but I was like, that's even big fucking for normal standards, like, you know. But I kind of got a pain in my bollocks with it, so I did, like, because, you know, your training was good one day and it was shite the next day, and, you know, I just kind of said, like, I'd rather just be fucking strong. I kind of, then it was around the same time the Eddie Hall documentary came out, and I was fucking watching that. I said, jeez, I'd love to give that a go, you know. And
because he was ripped as well
when he started that, you know, and fucking, I just said, love to give that a go. And I kind of just left, or not left, but kind of stopped caring as much as what I was eating and watching my food, and I kind of from there I just kind of blew up, and the strength kind of went with it, like, you know. Put on like there was a fair bit of unnecessary weight went on, like, you know. Now I'm fucking sound now, body composition wise is grand.
Yeah, actually,
now.
You wouldn't. Even when I seen you there, you don't look 150.
No, that's it. Like, a lot of people think that, you know. Fucking, I was at a funeral a couple of years ago, and like a couple of lads that pulled tug of war with my father's uncles. You know, they're kind of trying to guess me weights at war, and they're like all around 130, 125 kilos. Like, geez, lads, you've a good bit to go yet. But kind of from there, I got fed up with just training to be in shape, or to what everyone thinks being in shape is. Like, you know, you know, I was mad for fucking trying to increase strength and stuff. And like, one day training was good, another day was bad. Like, so I was just kind of like, you know what, I'll just give this a go and see how it goes for me.
Absolutely. And people have that perception, like, as in, like, you have to have lean muscle to look in shape. It depends on the sport. Like, if you're playing football, there's no need to have abs, or there's no need to have big arms. No. It depends on what sport you're doing. And people have this big misconception of what being healthy and being fit looks like. It all depends on the sport.
Then when we were at Giants Live, a few of them took their tops off the end, and they ripped.
Fucking
shredded.
some of the lads fucking shredded, ridiculous shape. Like, even like the likes of fucking Luke Stoltman there, he's 160 odd kilos and fucking abs, man. Like, it's fucking
Mark Felix, stage of 54, and he is in phenomenal shape.
Savage, like, you know. It's like, it's kind of gone away, you know. Like, the likes of Eddie Hall is fucking, he was heavy, like, he was pushing the boundaries there, like. But it's kind of gone away from that a good bit, like, you know, because it's gotten very athletic, and you know, you don't need to have all that extra unnecessary weight, like, you know. And then them lads there that are top of the game, they're proving that as well, you know. So
absolutely. So, like, when you were training, like, when you went to the gym, were you just in a commercial gym?
In a commercial gym, yeah, gym here in town, horsepower gym. I just fucking training like everybody does, fucking shoulders, fucking back one day, legs the next, you know.
Disco muscles.
Yeah, that's it. Disco muscles, pretty much, like,
town,
yeah, that's it.
That's kind of
getting to get a pump on, you know.
Absolutely, that's the way everyone kind of, like, that's kind of, it's like nearly a way, like, you have to train this way, starting off, and then
it's everybody's entry into it, you know. You see everybody on a Mondays training chest and stuff, like, you know.
Yeah, International Chest Day.
Oh, honest to God, lads. Yeah.
No, we do the opposite. We train legs on a Monday.
We train legs on Monday,
It's good to see it, though, yeah. You'll always get a spot right.
Start the week off right. Punishment.
And that's what, even in terms of myself, I train, like, I think the whole, like, when you're younger, no one trains legs.
The stuff that's going to be on show.
Absolutely, but we train legs twice a week, just like kind of like.
Today, boardwalks, bush, not checking your quads.
Yeah, that's it, like.
You kind of notice as you get older as well. I think it's more kind of the 18 to 20 fucking 2 population where people think, oh, if you have big arms, you're fucking, you've made it, or people are going to look at you different. Then kind of when you get older, you kind of realise it's not all about that.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Far from that.
That's always a cunt for myself. I was going around fucking training arms, like, oh yeah, I'm going to wear my tights.
That's it, yeah. Wearing the tight t-shirts, you know, skinny jeans on you, the whole lot.
And it's everywhere now, and then you go to a pub and you see a young fella that's like 20, like, ah, Jesus.
I remember, doing that. It's the same myself, like, you know, you can't not do it.
Give you a little muscle fit top going on.
Into River Island, you know.
That's the one.
Just lads, I wouldn't get into a River Island t-shirt now.
What size is that t-shirt?
3XL, I think. 3 or 4 maybe.
And this is my point, the camera doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
So, just kind of going off then, so what made you go from, like, bodybuilding, like, obviously in the commercial gym, kind of, I'm not saying everyone does, but
the majority of people,
what made you get the strongman, or the strongman training?
I wanted something different, like, I was just fed up of that trying to be what society thought was in shape, you know. I'm mad for, like, I was fascinated by strength and stuff, and I suppose, like, everyone, you see strongman on the telly at at Christmas and stuff, you know, and then like the Eddie Hall documentary came out at the same time. I was like, geez, I'd love to give that a go, you know.
Yeah.
So I went out and I bought a log. I hadn't a clue on how to fucking lift it, like, you know, fucking watching videos on YouTube with lads that fucking trying to figure out, oh yeah, like I'm fairly good, like that's how I learned how to do most things, even in the gym, stuff off YouTube and fucking figure out how to do them, like, so I got handy at it quick, but like still, like, there was a lot of fucking technique stuff that I was missing. And from there I just kind of entered a couple log and deadlift competitions and just went from there. Like this past year with COVID and stuff, like I was training at home and stuff, but it was actually the first year I properly competed, like, you know, did a full comps and 2 full comps, or Republic of Ireland's Strongest Man and Ireland's Strongest Man, like, you know.
That's what I said at the start when you listened to a story. It's your first year competing and you finished 5th, you said?
5th at Ireland's, and then I won Republic of Ireland's Strongest Man, and I won out the qualifier. Like I fucking placed first at that, so like I won Republics, I won the qualifier. Glenn Ross does an Ireland's Strongest Novice. Like there's another Ireland's Strongest Novice comp on, like, so I wouldn't be claiming that fucking title anyway. Because like it was funny, we were all standing up there waiting on the trophies and stuff, and he called out Ireland's Strongest Novice. And I said, who the fuck is a novice here? And the boys, all the boys turned around and said, you bollocks. But you know, so like that, they were my first 2. I did a comp in Monaghan a couple of years ago, and like it was the first time I actually did an actual comp, but I wouldn't call it proper or anything, you know. And I placed 3rd at it, and after that I didn't really do any other full comps, and I just stuck to the log and deadlift stuff, and you know, it kind of got a pain in me bollocks then at just doing them. I says, right, I'm not going to give them a go for a while. I just want to do the full comps, full strongman, and get into it, like, you know. So from there, with lockdown, I started just tipping away at buying the equipment and stuff, and like you seen there this morning, like the shed is fairly kitted out.
The Rick out's unbelievable. You think you're sponsored by Rogue?
Yeah, I like nice things.
But that's right.
Yeah, but like rogue equipment, like it's you can't fault it, like, you know. Sandbags, rack, throwing the bags, everything is Rogue. It's there, like bars and everything, like, you know.
It's solid gear.
Yeah, it's good gear.
Joe
like,
Rogan said himself, Brian Shaw.
Brian Shaw's fucking. He's definitely fucking sponsored by them folks.
He's claimed he's not. He claimed he's not.
Well,
it's the best of gear, yeah.
Even the Atlas stones as well. Like where would you get the Atlas stones from?
The Atlas stones, I got them from a friend in Carlow, Richard Looney. He owns Monster Gym and Monster Strong Gym Equipment. Yeah. So I contacted him, and he, I asked him could I get 5 stones, 100 kilos up to 180 in 20 kilo increments. That was grand, and this whole over lockdown, so he was a bit slow at getting them to me.
Yeah.
So he said with my patience, he threw in the 200 kilo stone for nothing, like, you know. So I was fairly happy with that. But like there was thing was rolling around the shed there for months, so it was collecting dust.
The dog's dead.
That's what I mean. Like we went out and we done a class in Ashbourne with Dave Hancock, and he has the Atlas stones and everything. I think
he goes 80 to 120. He has. Only 2 people has lifted the 120 in his gym.
He has it on the board.
Him and another fella did it.
Yeah.
But even like me, like I say, I think I got 80 on it.
Yeah.
Like
there's a lot of technique into lifting Atlas stones, like, you know. It's not just walking up and fucking lifting them. Like,
you see, like the strong ones, they're all big lads, but you have to be flexible.
You need to be able to move and get down there to fucking lift the stone, like, because it's nearly like doing a deficit deadlift, like, you know. You have to be able to get down that far, like, and pick it up.
I think when I did it, I was as stiff as a board. I got 110, but even like the feeling, you lift 80, right? Yeah, I felt that a little bit. When you lift the 110, you feel it in certain parts.
You know, you're like,
fuck,
what was that, like, you know?
We seen on your Instagram. Do check out his Instagram. It's actually brilliant. Where you did 200. And where he lifts the stones up to the racks, they're all wood. You said your father made them.
Yeah, my father made the stone platform, so it's 140 centimeters up to 180. So it is. So like it's around 6 foot, I suppose, is the highest one, you know.
And
you were lifting it chest height.
Yeah, that's it. Like
you got the 200 up, and then boom, the thing really went through. The timber really broke on it.
It didn't completely go, but like
it cracked in.
It was in fair shite after it now, but yeah, it's fixed up again. It's good to go. I actually have an Irish record attempt in 3-4 weeks time, so I'll do 215 Atlas stone. So
and is that over a hurdle?
It's
or is it onto a podium?
It can be done onto either. It has to be over 48 inches.
Okay.
So because it'll be a 48-inch platform or over a yoke or something, like, you know. So
and that's the Irish record, or
the Irish record is at 210 at the moment. Yeah, we were originally going to do 210, and then somebody actually lifted 210, so I said, "Fuck it,
Oh,
go one better." Like, yeah.
I have to say, look, I've seen the Eddie Hall documentary. You've heard all these people speak. They did exactly. You're doing exactly what they did. They tried to recreate to the best they can.
Yeah.
What's going to be on the day, like, as you have your platforms
Yeah,
all set up.
that's it. You have to be able to train to proper platforms, like just for stones, for example. You have to be able to train up the different heights. You know, you have to be able to one motion them. You have to be able to lap and load them, heavy, light. You know, you need to be able to do all that crack. Like, you know, you're wasting your time otherwise.
The sandbag throwing you're doing, that's 18 foot up tall, 16 foot.
16 foot, yeah.
That's the one. That's the one.
Timber coming out from the gap, and he's fucking sandbags over it. What's the heaviest one? 30, you said?
30 kilos, yeah. 30 kilos is the heaviest I've done. Like, my bags are from 15 kilos up to 26, so I just throw a couple of plates into the 26 kilo bag. And
to the average person, just picking them off the ground is tough enough. But then you have to do.
Think about lifting a 15 kilo kettlebell, like,
and then it's all through the hips.
It's all true. It's that sort of triple extension movement. It's all from the hips, like, you know.
Like fucking me dog, 16 feet over. My dog is about 30 kilos. That's
your dog's obese,
and my dog's a gaff. Like, my dog is a fridge. Like, that's like picking up
trying
my
to throw
dog
him
and fucking over the gaff. Like,
that'd be like trying to my dog there, Bruno, or Jade's dog, like trying to throw that cunt across it. Like.
Good luck.
Yeah, oh God.
God.
What is what's next for you? Like, what you have a cup in December? I think you said, isn't it?
Yeah, I have the Cerberus Cup in Galway in December, so that's the 12th of December, just in time for the Christmas antics to start afterwards. But like that's the goal at the moment. So training's in full swing for that now. So yeah, it's going well as well. So be confident with a few good numbers on that day. So
you're gonna be idolised around, as you said already. Even on the night out, your missus has a bleeding headache when she goes in. All of that stopping you.
Yeah, it's strange, you know. Even like the likes of you fucking writing to me, fucking looking for the podcast, you know. Even after the Ireland Republic of Ireland Strongest Man and Strom got in touch with me for the sponsorship, like I was just like, what the fuck, like why are people offering me this shit, like, you know?
That's what I said to the lads in the car. Like, even when we were over in the Arnold, we're with the Republic of Ireland Strongest Man. You know what I mean? You are the strongest man in the Republic walking around. You have the title.
I have the title, bar pal. I'll take that off pal, like, you know. But yeah, I have the title at the end of the day, you know. So
even that,
let Park come take it.
Yeah.
The man is Kaz accent.
Yeah. But that's
a year competing. It's an achievement in itself. So that's what we were getting goosebumps and all. He was coming out to meet you.
It wasn't a bad year.
To you, it's just like, oh, why are they coming to meet me?
Yeah.
But to me and Glenn and even Ryan who came with us, it is an honour to actually sit down with you, because you see these lads on the telly and you'll be seeing them over there, and you see an Irish home one as well. It's always
it's definitely great to see like the Irish lads doing well, and you know, like Sapad is over there in the Giants live circuit now. Like he's getting
he's a regular now.
He's a regular over there, and he's getting a bit more spotlight perhaps onto lads in Ireland. You know, they might look here in the future. You know, so.
And that's the argument I just seen with your man Terry Mitchell. Yeah. They are looking always to get new lads in, because it's turning into a roster.
That's it, like,
where they're travelling around and they want to get in different people, and
they need to, like, you can't have the same fucking bunch of lads every week in, week out, you know.
The more faces, the more characters, it's only better to get recognised.
Definitely.
And even the Giants club as well, it's like it's changed the sport in a different aspect, where it's kind of nearly going now with the whole pub car parks and
stuff.
Then where we were at the Giants club event, it was
at the Arnold Classic, like,
at
you
the
know.
Arnold Classic, it was the last thing on, so it was like the main event of the whole show.
That's
and
it, like
5 now. Was it 5 or 10?
The arena was 5,000. They sold it 4,800 people around.
Like, imagine 4,500 people in a pub car park. You wouldn't get.
Oh, you wouldn't get it.
The sport is actually growing.
There was lads from America came over, and then they got them up on stage, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're only used to this happening in a car park."
Yeah, you know, like in America, of a place, like, you know, but like that just shows you how big the sport is in the UK. Like, but no, it is moving in the right direction. And hopefully it takes off as quick here as well, like, because it is a great sport, and like it can be used. The training methods could be used to transfer over into the GA lads or fucking rugby or anything, like, you know, everything. Yeah, it can be used for anything, like, you know, it's great.
And you don't even have to move heavyweight with it. I always say it in my class as well. Get involved. There is classes for beginners all the way through. You don't need to move weight. You'll be doing the same concept, but just drop the weight and get out
drop the weight and make it fun. You know, it's easy. You know, it's easy to enjoy it. You can set up races with stuff, and like you get people competing against each other, you know, it'll be a bit of crack at the end of the day.
If you haven't seen a strongman event live, they still do them in the car parks obviously over here.
Oh, they do, yeah.
If you go to your local, they used to do them up in Artane Castle in our local area. They used to run them up there. if you haven't got to go to one, the buzz around it, it's so serious.
It's savage.
And the buzz you have from the kids all the way up to elderly people. I just love seeing men lift heavy weight.
It's a brilliant spectator sport, you know, because even as Ireland's gone past there, like one of the events was a car flip. You know, like where do you see lads fucking flipping over a car, like, you know? Apart from Dublin, where do you see that going on a regular basis?
Exactly.
And that's what I mean. The first competition I seen was the Joyce Live in Britain, and I was blown away. Changed my whole opinion on the sport. And I was like,
you want to get involved with it.
Definitely. Yeah.
And even just seeing your rig, I want to move in with you.
You know,
Let's get rid of your missus, mate, and let's move in together.
well, there's three spare bedrooms in the new house, so.
And then Mick Fitz, if he's watching, he loves all. I think he's a horn for Rogue and everything. He loves the strong, and he got me into it and everything like that. He would have been great to come here today. So
I'm more than happy to have lads down, like, you know, because like
we're only saying that you said you think about opening up your own gym in the future.
I'd love to, yeah, definitely. And
if that ever goes ahead, we'll have to bring a group down.
Oh, definitely, you know, it'd be great to just get that out there and make strongman more accessible to people, you know. Exactly. That would be definitely a big goal, like, you know.
That's like one of your goals for the future. So when it's going to go into goals, so obviously one of them is opening a gym.
Opening a gym, yeah.
Any other things, like, is there any other major goals?
Yes. We're going to see him at this.
Yes, absolutely.
Giants Live,
Giants
baby.
Live, yeah.
Giants Live is obviously another one. Is there any kind of titles or records you want to see yourself hold? We'll go for the standing. Do you have any goals yourself in the next year?
Next year, well, I have that Irish stone record attempt in 4 weeks' time. So, like, I love, like, stones is one of my favourite events. Like, so, like, I'd love to hold that record. And look, I am going to do it in a couple of weeks' time. So that's that.
Where's
like,
that
I wouldn't
on?
be. It's in Derry. Sorry. So, like, might be worth a little trip up.
Road trip.
There is a bunch of other records being attempted on the day. There's the under 105 world record deadlift is going to be attempted again. Matthew McKeegan owns that from Derry at the moment. He's looking to extend that. The Irish deadlift record, the Welsh log lift record. There's like loads of different records being attempted that day, so it'd be definitely worth a trip up.
It's a great way down the year, isn't it?
Oh,
you
definitely,
went in that record boxed off.
Oh yeah, be buzzing with it, you know.
Look, you're only a year competing.
Only a year, and only relatively young in the sport, like, you know. So
it's crazy what you can really achieve.
That's it, like, you know. But head down and look at it. Just like to prove to anybody that, like, if you work hard at things, you know, you can achieve great things. Like,
and this is not a case where it's like all you do is this. You work a full-time job.
Work a full-time job.
Most strongmen do.
Yeah, a lot of them do, like, because the sport isn't very well funded. Like, you know, you get bits and pieces from sponsors, and it's great. Like, it's great to get a little helping hand along the way. But like, at the end of the day, you still need to pay the bills. Like, you know, like, I'm currently working in Intel there in Leakslip, shift work doing maintenance. So it's 3 days on, 4 days off, and 4 days on, 3 days off, 12-hour shifts. You know, so like the days off suit for the strongman and training and stuff, but like the days that you're working, it's long days. You know, trying to come home after getting up at 4:30, getting home at 8:30, trying to train after that. You know, get enough sleep and get at it again the next day. It's not easy.
The way you need to look at it, all the greats did it.
They all did, yeah. You know.
He was the mechanic. He did it.
Yeah.
It has to be done to fund this sport because
Mark
Felix is labour.
Yeah.
Evan Singleton's a chef. He won the Giants over that.
That's it, like, you know.
And he actually said recently on his Instagram, he says, I can't quit my job until I actually win World's Strongest Man and get the recognition, get the sponsors in.
That's it, and you get enough backing behind you to fucking fund it. Because at the end of the day, I know myself from only doing it at the level I'm doing it. You know, it costs a lot of money, so it does. Even like aside from kitting the place out with equipment, like, you know, just fueling yourself, supplements and everything, like, it's just ridiculous. You know.
Would you take recovery now? How would you do recovery?
I bought a hot tub actually during the summer.
Is that little wooden shed when you come in on the left hand side?
No, the wooden shed actually is a project of my father's. He's home offices.
Oh, that's a real handy man.
Oh, stop.
He's a handy man.
He will throw his hand at anything, so he will. But yeah, no, he building home offices there at the moment, so that's kind of a little showroom there. But I had a hot tub above on the garden, the small garden, and that's what I bought for help with the recovery coming up to Republic of Ireland's Strongest Man. And I had a hose set up just for the old cold side of things. And
of course,
there recently, I was in the Mall swimming pool there here in Longford town, and talking to one of the managers, and he said, well, would you be interested in a membership here for a recovery side of things? I was like, geez, yeah, you know, so like they're after taking me on board, so the sauna and steam room there and all that, you know, and just splash about in the pool, like, so, you know, the recovery has to be taken seriously, at the end of the day, like, you know, when you're lashing your body over week in, week out with these sort of weights, like you can't be, you can't be taking anything.
Eddie Hall claims that's what one for him. Just taking it that a little bit more seriously.
What's he used the chamber? What's it called again?
He's doing the cryo chamber now. But before that, he was doing the ice baths. Obviously, he was doing his warm pools and everything. Yeah, he reckons he was spending about £1,000 a week altogether for food recovery.
The whole lot, like supplements and everything. Like when you get down to it,
fund the family as well.
Look at it on a weekly basis. It's scary, like
100%.
But like if you want to get to yourself to that level, you need to put in that work,
And then physio as well. Like how often would you go to a physio?
Physio once a week. So
they're not cheap.
There you go. Yeah, I'm lucky. My cousin looks after me, so she does Jack Harkin there. So she's savage at what she does, like and looks after me. If she can look after me with what I'm doing, there's not too many people she can't, like, so.
Exactly. You're a tough bastard to get in there and get them nuts out. You should be elbow digging the back.
Yeah, I'm not the best person either to describe what's wrong with me either, so she has to figure it out on the fly as well, so.
That's good for her because she's always learning.
Yeah, that's it, like,
and the bigger you get, she's going to get there as well.
Like, at the end of the day, she's probably not going to get too many people my size or the sort of muscle that's on me, like, so hopefully I'd be her toughest client, but... like it's definitely not easy for her at the end of the day too, just to figure out different things, like, because strongmen with different injuries and niggles they get, like, it's not typically the same as you'd see lads playing football or out cycling or anything, so it's different. So it's like a learning curve for her too, so.
Have you had any bad injuries?
With strongman I haven't, thank God. Touch wood, because it can go sideways very quickly,
exactly,
especially when you're throwing down big weights like that. I had a couple micro tears here and there, bicep and quad, bits and pieces like that, but nothing overly serious, so nothing has stopped me from training. I've hurt my back, strimming the garden, so I did. Strimming the fucking garden, like a little 3 kilo strimmer, and I couldn't move. But apart from that, like, fucking 100%, like,
How do you find being that size? You're obviously accustomed to it now, you're comfortable.
I'm grand, like, I have a big frame, I'm able to take the weight. I don't find myself being heavy, so I don't, but like shopping for clothes and stuff, it's a different story, it's not easy, like everything's 3-4 XL, so it's not the easiest of things, but like I'm used to it, but at the start, like, it was a bit difficult.
Even we went for a coffee beforehand, and even the area itself, me and Glenn would love to move over here. So for cardio wise now, you find that okay with the weight if you're going for walks?
It's grand, like, no bother at all, because I got, like, I'm funny, like, if I put on weight, I can put on weight like that, so I can, but I get used to it just as quick. The body adapts to it very quickly, so it is, but like, I'm sitting around close to 150 kilos now. I was touching on 160 kilos there maybe a year ago, not even, and I did feel heavy then. But like, I kind of took it back a bit and recomped the body, and just like, I'm fit as a fiddle now,
So do you feel like 150 is a maintainable weight for you, or would you like to see yourself go up in weight in the future?
At the moment, it's definitely maintainable and it's working for me, so it is. Like, everything's moving well. My moving events, recovery is good as well, so it's not, the weight doesn't seem to be holding me back either, so I'm feeling good at this weight. Like, so.
That's a good question, because I think Eddie Hall said it before. He said he had to put on a lot of weight to get the strength to match everyone else
that he needed.
Do you feel that your weight now, your strength is getting even better? Just it's accustomed to it. It seems everything's right.
Definitely. The weight I am at the moment.
To match people.
No, like, see a lot of lads putting on unnecessary weight, and there's no need for it. Like, unless you're putting on muscle, like, weight is all weight isn't good. It's not all the same.
Yeah, it benefits you in some aspects, but then it takes you back for the stuff where you have to move.
Like, it might benefit you if you're doing a truck pull.
Yeah.
Because mass moves mass, but like, if you're doing farmers runs or sandbag runs and stuff, it's going to hold you back, like, because you're fast. Like, if you're doing a loading medley and you have 4 or 5 implements to load, you're fastest when you're not fucking carrying something, so you need to be fucking light but powerful too, like, this isn't obviously fucking light, like, but definitely it's not hampering my recovery. I feel as fit as a fiddle, so it's good.
Brian Shaw and that, didn't he? He trimmed down coming up to the walls.
Definitely, and benefited him big time.
It did, didn't he? He actually went toe to toe.
Well, that was one of the best we've seen him in years, like,
And he trimmed down a lot, but that actually scared him. He used to be afraid to look at the scales because he thought, if I'm losing weight here, I'm losing my power.
Losing power, like, and a lot of people get into that sort of mentality,
you have to be big all round.
You don't need to, like, and there's a lot of lads nowadays are showing that, that you don't need to be big mass monster or heavy like Brian Shaw or Eddie Hall was to be as strong as them lads are, like, you know.
Novikov is the same height as us, and he doesn't look like it. You wouldn't think he's a strong man when you look at him.
You just think he's a big dude.
He's a big dude, yeah. You wouldn't think he's out the ordinary.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
And then kind of with the weight, then obviously comes hand in hand with food. So roughly, like on training days and everything, how much calories are you eating?
That's a good one,
Yeah, between 4,500 and 5,000 calories.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not massive.
Yeah.
But it's still a lot. Like it's a lot of food. Like I don't have the biggest of appetites, so I don't. Like if I'm eating the same thing like over and over again, I just kind of get fed up of it very easily. So I do. So like. My portion sizes aren't the biggest, but they're regular, like, you know, so just to get it in. But like, I'm trying to eat most of my things as clean as possible. Like, I'm like every normal person. I like an out takeaway here and there, you know, like, but you need that too, so that you don't go totally mad, like, you know.
At the end of the day, you're only an ordinary person.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
You have to live a life, but the calories wise, you obviously know what your body needs. You know, like if you go over that, like, I'm gonna feel.
You're gonna feel sluggish, lethargic, you know. Like
that's true experience with you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true experience, and like I'm blessed. Like Jade, my girlfriend, there is looking after my nutrition. You know, like so everything's.
You can see, boy, she supports you all the way.
Oh man,
and she knows the sport as well.
Yeah, she absolutely loves strongman, so she does as well. Like she only got into it because of me.
She was answering the questions quicker than you.
Yeah. She's straight in there and stuff. Yeah, but the support I get from her is second to none. Like, you know. I'd be lost without her, lads. You know, so
you need that.
You definitely do. Like if you're at it by yourself and you're not getting the support from your partner or whoever the fuck it is, your family or whatever, it makes it 10 times harder. Like, you know.
I think it helps now. Like she has interest in this.
Oh yeah, she'll definitely.
Could be lifting more?
Could be doing more. Yeah, like and then there's days there like that sessions aren't going great. Like and like she'll say, well maybe. Don't do fucking X, Y, or Z, you know. Like if something's at you, like she knows me well enough now at this stage. She'll know when to tell me to fucking bring it back a peg, you know, or when to go for it, like, you know. So it's great.
Just like your coach as well, in a way. Kind of makes it more.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. It's better not let me coach here that, but.
No, it should be like your trainer, because your coach probably would be there.
Yeah, that's it.
But obviously go into coaching. So obviously you have a coach at the moment.
Have a coach, Shane German at MST Systems. You'll find him, the Dragon. He is absolutely top notch. So he's definitely the best in the business. So yes, definitely. The amount of knowledge that man has is ridiculous.
Does he compete himself, or does he just have experience from working with people? He's
competed at under 90 kilos. So he's definitely, if not one of the strongest under 90 kilo in the world.
Really?
So he's an animal. He's an absolute freak. He's from the UK, Morecambe, I think it's called. I don't know. Yeah. He is a fucking freak. So he is. Look him up on YouTube, lads, or fucking Instagram. I'm tagging him in my stuff the whole time there. Or
really
click on his
with the page.
Yeah, click on his page. Like you'll see some of his lift and stuff. Like I think he strict pressed a 108 kilo log, like at around 90 kilos. Like it's madness. It's absolute madness.
He's not one of them pricks as well where you go onto his page and he's talking. He goes, I'm going to tell you 3 things how to increase your strength. And then he'll just pause. 10-year-old one. No, he'll just tell you.
Yeah, he'll just tell you.
But like tell you all these things. I've actually seen his page.
He's mad to get strongman out there to people as well, and he's trying to get information out to people. He absolutely loves it. That's one of his big goals, just to get more people into the sport as well. Like, and same as that. Like, I'd love to see more people competing in it.
This is why we get you on to recognise it. With his plan he has for you, is it, you don't know obviously what's going to be on the day with competitions, don't you know?
That's it. You don't know what's going to happen.
So which way would he program that? You'd obviously have you do your strongman training, then you have accessory work that will build on to help these muscles move.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
which way? Just to let people know, because strongman training is not about just moving heavy shit. It's actually broken down and it's done tactically.
Like, that's what a lot of people think is just like fucking big fat lads fucking lifting weights the whole time, you know.
Even though when Derry, they're all the same, and then Longford rips off his t-shirt and he's like the Terminator.
Yeah, that's it. Like, and he just keeps coming, like, you know. But
what would try with the structure now if you were to ideally go at it?
Like most of my days has some sort of a strongman moving in it, and then after that you have accessory work. So like, take it there for my first day of the week has log push press. Sorry lads, but then a couple of days later I'll have a second log day where it's strict press we're working on, and then after that you'll have all your accessories adding on to that, and you might have some sort of another event thrown in there just to get more time on it and just to get more technique work built up. Then you'll have an events day, so you will, where typically that's just all sort of strongman movement, so it is. It's like that. Them sort of days are always just done at home in the shed. Whereas accessory movements, I don't have a cable machine or lat pull downs and stuff at the house. So like,
you have to head down to the gym.
So I had to head down to the gym. So I'll just split my sessions up into 2 different sessions.
You're walking in, you're like, oh, here's this prick now. Taking
Yeah.
all the weights out.
Just coming in here to break everything again. So fucking like I can do all my bench pressing and stuff, overhead pressing at home, all my log press, dumbbell work. But then for accessory work, where it comes to cable machines and all that crack, has to be done in the gym, like, so there's a lot of fucking fitness involved too, like, because you have the moving events too. It's not just picking up the heaviest farmer's walk you can and trying to get to 20 meters or the furthest you can get with it. There's days where you're building up to a heavy set, then you're dropping it down 20%, and you're trying to move that weight as fast as possible. At the end of the day, a farmer's or a moving event, it's a speed event at the end of the day,
Getting the weight is only half the battle. It's actually moving.
It's actually moving with it and being fast with it,
I've noticed the strongman's getting like that way. The athletes are getting more agile. Like the athlete stones, now they're sprinting around.
That's it, it's at the end of the day, like 5 athlete stones is quickest time, That's it, you have to be able to one motion the light ones, like, because if you're lapping them, you're losing half a second or a second, like that. So you need to be able to move things as fast as possible. Then when you get to your heavier ones, you have that extra bit of time to set yourself up for it. But like, you have that extra bit of time in your head, but like the people watching it, you're still after obliterating that event, like, whereas you get that time to think about it when you come up to it, but like, it's just a lot of skill work, a lot of different sort of technique. It's not just all about moving heavy weight all the time. There's lots of reps, there's lots of volume. There's you train partly like a bodybuilder. It's ridiculous. Like
I think sorry, go.
I have one question for you. Right, so you want to go with it. Now this is more of a powerlifting question. Right?
Okay. Speak up a little now, Glenn. You're in the corner there.
Squat, deadlift, bench press, your max lifts.
My max lifts. Here we go. My maximum bench press. It's funny, since I started strongman, I actually haven't touched my max bench since like I was 108-ish kilos. Like it's back when I was doing the old bodybuilding and shite. Like, but my max, my max bench press is 220 kilos. So it is.
And that's when you're 100.
That's when I was like, the book over here pissed himself.
Push him over there.
Deadlift. I've deadlifted 380 kilos.
No, you have a deadlift.
Deadlift suit, yeah. My max raw deadlift I've done is 360. So it's not too much in the difference,
I always wanted to ask this question. What is the pressure like on the body in a deadlift suit?
Absolutely ridiculous. It is the most uncomfortable thing in the world you will wear.
Yeah, have you ever seen the video? Have you ever seen videos of people wearing deadlift suits? And
I've seen deadlift suits.
The minute that thing is lifted up, it's like their soul comes out of their body.
Oh, definitely.
And
definitely.
people around them like a light to strap it off them.
Yeah. But like, you can't fucking breathe in them, so you can't. Like anybody that tells you, like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get a deadlift suit onto you, has never worn a deadlift suit.
I think that's why a lot of people are afraid to actually go near it in general.
Yeah, like a lot of people, well, like
skeptical about going near it.
Yeah, some people, they don't think they get a lot from a deadlift suit. My opinion on that is they haven't given themselves enough time to get used to it or break the suit in. Because like anybody that wears a suit will tell you to get something out of it. Like you get more fucking pop off the floor. It doesn't really help lock out that much. It will give you more pop off the floor because you're that compressed in that position. But like, it is the most horrible thing in the world, and you can say good luck to your balls. They're gone. That's it.
You need to watch it. I'll show you in the car going home. Everyone's on them like a light to get it up. The pressure is unbelievable. That's on the body.
Like, you have adjustables. You have Velcro straps so you can adjust how tight it is on you.
Yeah.
Like if you're going for a max lift, like that yoke is welded onto you.
Dig and right to your traps.
And like you see most lads still come up and set up to the bar, their legs are that far apart that they're doing the splits nearly, and they had to sort of shimmy their legs in together and get into that position. But it's a skill in itself wearing a suit, because you pull differently wearing a suit, so you do. Like you have to time your breath perfectly. Everything has to be to a T. If anything's off in that, like you're fucked. You might as well just get unstrapped from the bar and go at it again. Like
as you said, you have to put the time in with it.
You have to
maximize progress out of it.
Yeah, that's it. Like definitely.
And then what's the last one?
Squat. My max squat is around 340 kilos.
I'm not fucking surprised. Look at the size. I'm not surprised. You're choking baby here with that.
Admiring my legs here. I've done in most recent times. I've done 310 squat with a 7-second eccentric, like, you know, so.
You know what, man? We walked into the gym, right, today, and I go, Jack, I seen the video of you with 52s, weren't you?
Yeah, 52 kilo dumbbells,
52
yeah.
kilo dumbbells. What? Dumbbell shoulder pressing for 23 reps.
23 reps, yeah.
Anyway, I just flew them up.
Yeah.
I just threw them straight up there, went that 23 reps to 52. He's still shaking his head. He's amazed by Jack.
What did he say after? He goes, Ashton, our troops there.
Yeah, it's 5 or 6 reps, like, yeah.
Easily,
but like, when I used to train, like, there's a gym on site at work, and I used to train there. Well, that's a different story as to why I used to train there. But I was at them for ages to get these 50 kilo dumbbells into the place, because they only went up as far as 40s, and they got them eventually. And like, I knew myself that I was going to be the only one using them, but then sure, this
you know you're a big company, you have to hassle the gym in order to get you dumbbells.
Yeah, you know, I was like, it's not like Intel have a money problem issue. It's just like, no, come on, order them yokes. But anyway, they got them in, and that was grand. I was the only one using them for a while. And then this lad came in, definitely a bit of a guy head anyway. Nothing against guy heads, the majority of them are grand, like, you know, but came in straight away, no warm up, picked up the 50 kilo dumbbells.
What did he care?
He's one of these lads, you know these lads that come into the gym to do everything arseways and they'll never injure themselves. He's one of these lads, but he didn't have any mong strength at all. Like, he was wrestling to get one up, and then he had the other one up, and he did a half a rep and put them down, and then went at them again, and it's like,
the story there.
It's like, what are you trying to do, lad? Like, you know, that's it. Like, you know, like, you're impressing nobody.
Yeah.
You know, and people around you are shaking their head. Look at this fucking bollocks, like again.
What did you get out of that movement?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Like,
it's
just
ego.
Rub your ego, like, that's
exactly.
it.
You see it everywhere. Even fuckers trying to bob a dumbbell bicep pull 20s.
Yeah,
throwing the shoulder out place.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, they're just getting as much momentum into it as possible. It's not even a bicep curl. Like.
That was even a thing with what Dorian Yates said at Joins Live. Remember at the Q&A about the dumbbell, the curls.
No, Martin Ford said.
Martin Ford.
Yeah.
He big motherfucker. You see him. He's on my page. He dumbbell bicep pulls 10s. But just straight milk. He probably lying through it, but he's not saying if he need like things.
But that chap's on the same boat. Like, he wouldn't be able to fit through that door over there.
No, that's it. Like,
he needs beads up.
6'7" is fucking. It's like a shit house.
The doors down. Put some beads.
I think today was a big eye opener. That like we knew this. We were in Birmingham. We met all the giants. We knew them all, and then even yourself. These people aren't monsters, you know. You can actually go up and talk to these people. Everyone, as you said, people think these are just big stupid fuckers. Yeah, go up and talk to them, and we're talking about the Arnolds, and hopefully next year we'll see you over there. Maybe if everything's
might see me wandering around the place lost or something, but no, definitely I'd love to get over and compete. Like, official strongman did log and deadlift competition there, deadlift for reps and log for reps. I didn't enter it because I don't have weighing scales at the house for the weights, like a proper one. So like for the entry, you have to do the lift
to show the weight being
and then weigh the weight, like, so I don't have a proper scales in the house there, you know.
Yeah, everybody weighed every play for tour.
Yeah, so like I just don't have that there at the moment. So like hopefully now next year going forward, I'll have that sort of set up that I can, you know, and enter comps like that, because like that was what was holding me back from entering something like that, you know. So it'd be definitely good to go over there. And then I was looking at some of the lads that were in the log and the deadlift for the opens. Like, I was thinking to myself, geez, I could fucking mince them lads, no bother.
This is what I said it to you, your figures, like, comparing it to other people in your experience, like, at your level, at the same experience, you're fucking wiping them off the park, really. And you obviously, as you were staying content, it's just
not too bad, like, yeah.
That's what he said. That's not a bad setup in there. It's fucking deadly.
And you're only at a year, and that's what I mean. Like very excited to see how far you're going to go in the sport, because a couple of years later, like, who knows, you might even see it on the stage next year.
What's the 5-year goal?
Yeah,
5-year goal, which is definitely win Ireland's next year. That would be the goal. I was, in fairness, going into it after winning Republic of Ireland's Strongest Man. I was going in there with my eye on the podium, so I was, you know.
You have to always go with your
eye. Oh, definitely. If you're not going to win, you might as well be sat at home on the couch, you know.
Yeah.
But that's where I was looking to place, top 3. I just missed out on that. I still had a good performance overall, like, you know, like, win Ireland's, get the Brits, UK's, you know, see how far we can go, like, definitely.
Get the name out there. Really.
Get the name out there, like, a 10-year goal. I'd love to get the Worlds, you know. Even in the next 5 years, you know, if I can do that.
With this sport, brilliant. You don't know when the phone's going to ring, really.
That's it, like, you
know.
know.
Keep performing.
That's it, you need to keep performing, you need to keep getting your name out there. And, like, a promoter somewhere will take notice of you, you know.
Especially the way strongman is gone.
Especially,
they're looking for everyone. The doors are open there.
Everybody's getting into it, and social media is such a big presence in it now. Like that, you just like you said, you never know when you will get the call.
Exactly. You should keep it from lads. I will tag Jack in it. Do check him out. Do give him a follow because there is big things coming from him.
That's what I mean. Even sitting here having a chat with you, going for the coffee this morning, I think all the goals they set out, wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if you set every single one of them. Your work ethic seems to be second to none, and obviously me and Anto obviously wish you luck with the best, and we'll be following her during.
We'll stay in touch, and then we'll try to get down a few times. We'd love to get down, and even after your off season, even learn one or two things to take us on a session and get
definitely, lads. I'd love that because like I always have this fear of coaching people, but like anyone that I do coach, like they catch on to things like that, you know, and even Jade says to me there, like I'm very good at explaining stuff like I love to get people involved in the sport, and if people could take one or two things from a session with me, like that's a big win, you know. Like
we have no problem being a guinea pig.
I'll put you through your paces, lads.
We'll definitely have to organise.
Oh, definitely, lads. It'd be great, you know, and bring whoever the fuck you want with you, know, like so. Hands up straight away.
I think that's kind of us more or less wrapped up.
This is one of my favourite ones so far. Honestly, God, Jack, thank you for
lads, thanks for having me on.
Bringing us out for coffee and just being all around gentlemen.
No bother at all. Lads.
And what you're going through and everything you're saying with the lifts we've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if we get to say now in 5 years' time. Check out the podcast. We had him on.
We had this lad on
at the start.
Back at the start of everything. Oh no, thanks lads. You know, but like it's a funny thing. Like I was just saying to Jade there the other day, when it comes to strongman, I have no doubts in my mind when it comes to anything like I don't have an idea like I can't do this or I can't do anything, but like if it came to something else, you're like, oh jeez, I don't know. Yeah, you know, but like strongman is like, yeah, I don't have any idea or a notion that look, I can't do that, you know, like it's fucking, I'm giving that a go and I am going to do it, you know, so that's definitely it.
Can't wait to see what the future holds. We're going to have you on the socials, we're going to tag you in it, do check him out. Grant, you want to end this beautiful episode?
Wait, this is me the trademark catchphrase that I've been doing the last few episodes. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Jack.
How do you put that? Good night.
That's a camera. Oh, thank